introduce the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2026, Mutayeb Shiekh. Mutayeb achieved the highest overall average in the grade 12 class this year. He's a determined student who is about to embark upon an undergraduate degree at the University of Alberta. Please welcome Mutayeb to the stage.
Thank you. Just before I begin, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This was me on my very first day of kindergarten. Back then, I had no idea what a valedictorian was. I had no idea what high school would be like, otherwise I wouldn't be smiling. Who I'd meet, what challenges I'd face. All I knew was that I was taking my first step into a journey that would last 13 years. Good afternoon, graduates, parents, teachers, staff, and relatives. My name is Mutayeb Riyaz Shiekh, and it is my honor to serve as your class of 2026 valedictorian. As I stand before you today, I witness an ocean of caps and gowns. We have spent 18 years working towards graduation. From our first words, our first steps, our first day of school, we've slowly become the people sitting in this theater today. Now, at Eastglen, graduation always felt like a myth, a distant concept for the older versions of us. We lost sleep studying for Mr. Padberg's exams, only to take a look at question 1 and wondered if we entered into the right classroom. We survived Mr. Lau's notorious diagrams, where instead of him testing our knowledge on the eye, it felt like more he was testing our eyesight. By the way, Mr. Lau, you still owe me a mark on the unit exam for that. Oh, no. Anyways, everything we postponed over the year has caught up to us. We're done worrying about school. But the real question is, tomorrow, who will you become? For a moment, I want you to think about that. Where will you be in 5 years? That's an unsettling thought. We don't know. Graduation, however, marks the time when our choices carry actual weight. Our responsibilities are bigger. Instead of life becoming something that we prepare for, it is now something we will have to live. I'm going to challenge you now with a thought experiment. It doesn't matter what your grades were or what your future plan is. I just need you to close your eyes and think about something for a second. Imagine you're about to be born, but you don't know where. You don't know if you'll be born into wealth or poverty. You don't know your race, your gender, or your health. Now, design the world you want to wake up in. If you didn't know who you would be, you wouldn't build a world just for the lucky, just for the rich, just for the privileged. You would build a world that is fair for everyone. And graduates, that is the world we are now responsible for building. We were never given the choice of where we came from, the culture we belong to. And in our life, we will observe that the world doesn't care about our feelings. It will tell you things you'll hate. It will watch you fail. And frankly, that is the way the world is designed to be. We don't get the luxury, though, to wait for the system to improve. We are responsible to break and rebuild it, to make it fairer for everyone. And if we don't, we are the ones to blame for a life which lacks the justice we know is possible. Because in a few years, we'll be calling the shots. We'll make the decisions. We'll be in the positions of our moms and dads who we think have it easy. Graduates, we should make this world kinder and fairer to the people who never thought that it could be. Quoting the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the best of you are those who bring the most benefit to the rest of mankind. To our teachers and staff, you were the captains who steered our ships to attain this achievement today. You held up the mirror for us to see our potential when we refused to look at it ourselves. You invested hours of your time during and after school to observe a career you'll be watching from the sidelines most of your life. And for that selflessness, we are forever in debt to you. Now, for the most sentimental part of my speech, I want to talk to the parents for a second. Parents, if you can make them out in this crowd, take a look at your child. Not only has your child graduated today, but a part of you has too. When they walk on this stage, they are standing on the floor which you built for them to stand on. You spent years digging dirt, moving stones, building a hill with your own rough hands, your tired eyes, and your aching backs, just so they could stand higher and see a little further. And today, I think you realize that you've reached a bittersweet moment. The hill you built for your child has gotten so tall that you are now left at the bottom, looking up at them. You gave up the view from the top so that they could be the ones to finally see the horizon. You did the heavy lifting so that they could become the person walking across this stage today. This is your life's greatest work, your greatest investment, and it is your child's obligation now that they build their own hill and they make sure that they bring honor to their last name which you gave them. And for my final remarks, class of 2026, there will never be a day like this again. Look around and remember it. When life kicks you down time and time again, which it will, you'll wish you could come back to this moment. When your name is called, walk proud for yourselves, for your families, for your friends, for your school, and for your society. You'll remember this walk. You'll remember looking out and finding the people who never stopped believing in you. You'll walk across this stage as the person your childhood built. For years, you've tried to get the right marks, tried to please your teachers, tried to survive the next exam. Life has always looked linear for you. You've been told what success is. But now, you are finally standing at the summit of your very own hill. The climb is over. The view from here now is vast. It is intimidating. But graduates, it is finally yours. Now go and make your own mark on the landscape below. Congratulations, my class of 2026. You did it.
Thank you, Mutayeb, for those heartening and motivating words.
Congratulations.